And we're live. All right. For those of you who are around this afternoon, I'm giving this another shot. So we'll see how this goes. This afternoon's stream did not go well as far as signal was concerned. So we're trying one more time. We'll see who gets the notification and jumps in. See if we can't get a little better signal quality this time than we had the last time. I hope that's the case. Boop, boop, boo, doop, boo. All right, there's Corey, KRP Models. How you doing, Corey? Hey, John. BNSF Bob, how are y'all doing? This is a test stream. For some of you may have been in this afternoon. I made an attempt at trying to do a test ahead of my my first real live stream planned event Monday night. My stream this afternoon did not go well. Come to find out, some other people in my house were using my already limited internet, and so I was buffering and grainy and breaking up, and it was really, really bad. So now I have the internet all to myself for tonight, and so we're going to try this again. So y'all let me know as we go for a few minutes how the stream is. Chris Warner, much better than the one earlier. That is good news, Chris. Thank you. I hope it stays that way. We're going to try to run this for a little while and see if we can maintain a quality signal stream. Hey, Sparky 107, good to see you in here this evening. Just doing a little test stream, trying to make sure that my internet's going to work. I did this a couple of weeks ago. Some of y'all might have been in here when I did that, and we streamed for 35 or 40 minutes and had good quality all the way through. I tried this afternoon, and it was just pure garbage. But like I said a moment ago, it turned out that my wife was trying to watch something on Netflix, and my son was, I don't know, doing something, and I was sharing what little internet I had more than I realized, and I think that's probably why I had so much trouble. I hope. So if it goes better tonight, that'll make me feel a lot better about Monday night, because I'll at least have some idea what I can do as long as I don't have everybody else in the house using the internet. Can you all hear this okay? That's one question. I've never really streamed with this microphone. I record with it a lot. No drinking. Okay. It's just coffee, Todd. It's just coffee. I promise. Mike Burton says, I hear you fine. Good. Good, good, good. I just got home. How many of y'all were in Vinny's live stream tonight? I haven't had a chance to go back and watch it yet. Coffee in the can I had the other night too. Yeah. It's even decaf. All right. Well, this is I tried to say this afternoon, and I don't know if anybody can even hear me as I was breaking up so much, but this has been it's been and is going to be a pretty exciting week for me. I'm very excited, obviously, about hitting 10,000 subscribers this week. And I'm working on the video now for the drawing for the winner of my 10,000 subscriber contest, and that will be out. Should be out sometime tomorrow, that video. And so I'm excited about that. I've got the live stream Monday evening going on, and that's exciting. I've been looking forward to doing that for a year, so I'm glad to finally be having that going. Tuesday night, I'm going to be appearing on the YouTube Model Builders, the Who is Big Bill Talking To, and this week it's going to be myself and Bob Olson of DeBob's N-Scale Man Cave, and the subject is going to be on making model railroad videos, which it's exciting to me because I'm excited about that, and I've thought about doing some videos on that subject, but I have discovered on my channel that if I veer much from model railroad how-to, my viewer rate goes way down, and so I try to give my viewers what they want. And so I'm excited to have that opportunity to talk about that subject. So if you're interested in making model railroad videos and improving your video making, and maybe working on improving your YouTube channel for model railroading, I think Tuesday night will be an exciting conversation. A couple of us who have been really working hard and studying hard about how to do that, and I'm looking forward to that. Of course, Tuesday I'll also have a new video on my channel up as well, and so you have that to look forward to. I haven't talked about it very much on my videos. I'm going to going forward, but I'm also writing a regular column for a new model building magazine, online magazine, called the Modeler's Journal. It's a strictly online digital magazine. It's free. Subscription is free, and comes out once a quarter. The second one just came out, I believe it was last week, and privileged to be a part of that and writing for that. And so if that's something you're interested in, just go to the website. It is themodelersjournal.com. And like I said, just click the subscribe button. The subscription is free. You can download the magazine, and there's some pretty good stuff there. Some good writers and some good information. I think you'll enjoy that. So some of y'all may want to check that out. Sparky, I thought Ron Perry was to be on the Big Bill show. I'm not sure. I think he's going to be. I know the show was supposed to have been on last week, and something happened. I don't know what, and it got canceled at the last minute. And I don't know if that was Ron or if that was somebody else that was supposed to be on then. I just know that it got canceled at the last minute, and so we're planning this one for this coming week, and that is about the extent of my knowledge. Do we get the answer on the cat? Kevin Knight, yes. When the video comes out, it will include the answer. So you'll have to watch for that tomorrow. It won't be a long video, but all of your questions will be answered about the cat, that is. Ron, picture is great. Sound is great. No degraded picture or audio. You should have no problems on Monday. Thank you, Bill Gatewood. That's good. As long as I can keep everybody else in my house off of the internet, I should be in good shape. That's the problem. I sit down here in my basement. I don't always know what's going on, upstairs and what other people are doing. I know that's a shock, right? I don't know what my kids are doing. I didn't know what my wife was doing either. She was watching Netflix whenever I was trying to stream this afternoon. Been streaming for about 8 minutes and 20 seconds, and it looks like, from what everybody's saying, that signal's good. I'm just going to kind of watch the chat here for a minute and see what you all say, and see if we can keep this going for maybe another 10 minutes just to make sure that my stream is consistent. Would like to see a full shot of your whole layout. That would be cool. Corey, do you mean like a track plan? If you're talking about a track plan, I actually have a track plan that I just published on the Facebook page that I keep for the layout, not my personal page, not my Ron Strange and Things page. If you go to Facebook and you search for Texas, Colorado, and Western Railway, or you can just type TCWRY, it should take you right to it. And I just, whoa, sorry about that. I just published a track plan there. In fact, just in the last few days. So it should be near the top of that page. Let's see, where was I here? Everything's looking good. wife and kids at the movies on Monday. Well, I don't know what they're going to do, but I have already told them that they're all banished from the basement and from using the internet from 8 to 9 on Monday evening. So I'm not sure what that means they're actually going to do, but they're not going to be doing those things. Everything looks good. This is better than your video. Thanks, Sparky. I don't know if I should take that as a compliment, this, or an insult to my videos. Do a happy dance. I'm going to pass on the dance for right now. Maybe in the video. I'll think about that. Let's see here. I'm not good at talking and reading at the same time. You and Vinny both came in clear tonight. That's good. I'm looking forward to. I'm usually not around whenever Vinny's videos are live. I usually have to catch them on the replay. This weekend is my little town's annual festival. They call it the Founders Day Picnic. It's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this week, and I happen to play in the municipal band, in our city band. And the city band plays an hour set at the picnic, at the festival, every night. So this evening I was down there playing in the band whenever Vinny was live this evening. But when I get off of here, I'll be sure and check out his live stream tonight. What do kids do if they're not on the internet? That's a good idea. That's a good question. That is a good question. Loud and clear from Dallas. Gert Mueller. You're in Dallas? That's awesome. I lived in the Metroplex for 6 years. It's not where I'm from, but it's kind of my second former home, I guess you might say. We enjoyed our time there. Camera on a car getting shoved around the layout would be good. Kevin, I do have I have a what am I trying to say? I have a video that I put up close to a year ago that shows my whole layout. It's not on a car, it's not moving, but I have camera angles from all over the layout and describe what you're looking at. You might go check that out. A video tour of the Texas, Colorado, and Western is what it's called. I'm probably due sometime to do another one. I did an update in the fall, and probably sometime by the time I get towards the end of this summer, towards fall, I'm probably due to update that again. Dwight, bandwidth is everything. It is everything, and unfortunately, I don't have it. I live in a small town, which gives you certain limitations. And worse than that, I actually live a half a mile out of town. And so basically the internet provider, the only internet provider I have here without going to satellite, which is not a solution I want to try. The only internet provider I have gives me one option. And that one option is it's 10 megabit, which means that I have an upload speed at the very best of about 7 megabits, usually closer to 6.5. And I have an upload speed usually somewhere between 0.5 and 0.7, which is, until YouTube came out with this new camera streaming option, I couldn't even begin to stream on YouTube. I can't use their regular streaming services. I can't use OBS. I can't do, screenshots. I can't do my intro. I can't use lower thirds. I can't do any of the stuff that I'd really like to do as part of my live stream. But, I'm going to work with what I have, and this is what I have. So, you're right. Bandwidth is everything. And when you don't have it, it's really everything. How many people ended up entering the contest? I'm going to leave the answer to that question for the video, because I know I'm talking about that in the video, and I don't want to give that away. But that video will be up tomorrow, so you'll get the answer there. Since this is my first view, is your layout in or HO? My layout is in scale. in scale all the way. What instrument do you play? I play the trumpet, Mike. I've played a little bit of baritone in my life, but I started off and at heart am a trumpet player. Much improved from earlier. He's an in scale. Spend dad's money. That must be the answer to what do kids do when they're not on the internet? Spend dad's money. I shouldn't say that too loud. I think my youngest son is just around the corner here. I think he can hear me. Say hello, Noah. He didn't say anything, but I know he's over there. I have an 8-foot shelf layout of Duluth, Minnesota, and I'm 12 years old. Bipolar 6. Well, welcome to the channel. And that's exciting that you're interested in the hobby at 12 and getting into it. I wish that I had known about the hobby of scale model railroading when I was 12, 13, 14 years old. I've been a rail fan since I was a little kid, and I had some toy trains as a kid, but nothing very interesting or exciting. I didn't discover that there even was a hobby called scale model railroading until I was 28 years old, which means that I lost, a good 10 or 15 years there that I could have been developing my skills and doing all, collecting items and all kinds of things. So more power to you there, Bipolar 6. Keep at it. Keep at it. Let's see here. Satellite works good, says Ron Brights. I use it here and get good speeds. That's good. I don't know. I don't have any experience with satellite internet except for what I hear. And unfortunately, what I hear around here a lot is horror stories. Now that's all, it's all hearsay, secondhand information. So I don't know. If I can't do, better than I am, it might be worth a try. Dwight's a trombone player. Well, that's interesting, Dwight. Didn't know that. We learn something every day. Tom Kirkley. I played the trumpet, baritone, and tuba. Awesome. We could start a brass band here. What DCC system do you have? Clinchfield Model Railroad in scale asks. I am using Prodigy Advanced Squared, the wireless version. I bought Prodigy Advance when that system first came out 16, 17 years ago, something like that. And then a couple years later, they came out with a wireless upgrade, and I upgraded to wireless. And then they came out with the Advanced Squared, which was basically an advance in the software. And I sent my system back, and they upgraded the software for me. And so that's what I'm actually running. There's been another upgrade of the Advanced Squared software since then, and I need to send my system in again and have them upgrade the software again, just because it will work better with some of the newer products that come out with that upgraded software. So I need to do that. But I know MRC really got a bad rap for a long time, and some of it was well deserved at one time. But the Prodigy Advanced system, in my opinion, has been a pretty good system all the way through. It did have some problems in its infancy, and they have worked through those bugs. The biggest problem with MRC is they haven't always played well with others. Their stuff has not always communicated well with items from other manufacturers, but they're getting past that as well. And I've just been really, really happy. As an N-scaler, I literally run about 100 feet of visible main line. I've got almost another 100 feet in my helix, so that's 200 feet of main line, plus my big yard, north yard, my smaller yard up above, 2 staging yards, and I run all of that off of the MRC Prodigy Advanced system with no power boosters in N-scale, and I'm running somewhere in the neighborhood of 24 locomotives on the layout at present, and and I get along fantastically well with it. So I'm really happy with it. That was a long answer to an easy question. My daughter's just 12 and just recently built the station building for our joint N and NN3 British layout. That's awesome. Keep her building models. That is fantastic. It is good to see kids doing creative things with their hands, as well as the other creative things that they do as part of their culture. Got my first model in 1975. 1975. I'll date myself here, Kevin. In 75, I was 7 years old. So I was a little young for scale model railroading, but I was definitely playing with toy trains in 1975. Jamestown 34, played the trumpet in middle school, but play bass guitar now. That's cool. Awesome. Dwight, I have the Prodigy also, but wish I had the wireless. I love the wireless. I got the wireless, like I said, when the wireless upgrade first came out, I bought it, got the conversion. And honestly, I have thought a few times about changing to another system, going with maybe NCE. The problem is I have used the wireless for so long. I absolutely am in love with the functionality of wireless throttles. And to go with a new system, to start from scratch and to build up to have the same wireless functionality I have now would be hundreds of dollars with another system. And I just can't bring myself to spend that when this system is functioning as well as it is. Does it have its limitations? Every system has their limitations. So yes, but yeah, I do love the wireless, and the wireless upgrade for Prodigy Advanced is not terribly expensive. If you've got the Prodigy Advanced squared system, I believe you can buy the just plug-in upgrade, which is basically you get one wireless throttle and the plug-in receiver, which will receive signal from, I forget, but a large number of throttles. I think it's like 99 throttles. And if I'm not mistaken, I haven't looked recently, but I'm thinking you can get that for under $120, which is not bad for upgrading to wireless. It might be cheaper than that. I'm not sure. Hi, checking in from Perth, Western Australia. Love the channel. Is that PBECCAS? Does that spell something? I don't know. But welcome from Australia. We're glad that you're here. Is it cold in Australia? It's wintertime there, right? Because it's not cold here. Okay. Good day from Brissy. Oh, yeah, that's right. Kevin's from Australia. Hey, Kevin, Kevin Knight. I know you posted on my daughter's channel, but before she had seen that, I told her about what you had said to me about her channel and about her poetry, and she was very excited to hear that. So I appreciate that comment to me and to her, and she was very excited and flattered by that. Still have GP38 in stock. Stock stacks up okay. GP38 looks like it's a 43. Prodigy receiver, $90. Will work with a cell phone. Oh, no, it's cheaper than I thought. That's great. Thank you, Dwight. That's awesome. Yeah, $90. That's not bad. Especially like Dwight said there, when you can, download an app and run trains with your throttles. You don't even have to buy another throttle. You can have people over it. All they can do is download an app on their phone and they can run trains. That is just cool technology. Let's see. Sparky's going to be giving away. Yeah, that's right. Sparky's 107 is going to be giving away an NCE DCC starter set whenever he gets. I believe that's when he gets 100 people in his live stream. Is that right, Sparky? Isn't that the baseline? You get 100 people in your stream, and you're going to do the giveaway. I want to make sure I get that right. I don't want to falsely advertise you there. So make sure to tell me that that's right or not. 100 viewers in the live stream. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, so y'all be sure and check out Sparky on Wednesday nights. I'm usually working when Sparky goes live, but when I can get off early or when I can get a minute, I try to jump in there, and I always watch them on the replay. So be sure and jump in on Sparky's live stream on Wednesday. Get 100 viewers in there, get a shot at winning an NCE system. That's pretty cool stuff. Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. It's like the day in Australia. I don't know, something. Okay. Hey, we've been streaming for 25 minutes, almost 6 minutes. Let me ask you again, for everybody who's been watching, has the stream been consistently pretty good? Has the picture been good? Has the sound been good all the way through? Corey, KRP Models, what do I do for work? I'm a pastor, Corey. I'm a pastor of a Baptist church here in small town Missouri. I thought everybody knew that by now, but there you go. Thursday morning Aussie time. Just got buffering, says Ron Lawrence. Just the last 5 minutes, some buffering, but that might be me. Just started lagging now. So basically, it sounds like I can get 25 minutes of good. Had periods of buffering. Let's see what it does for a few more minutes. Still streaming clear in Dallas. So if y'all will go to Dallas, we can have a really good conversation. Just buffered. It might be my cell. 2 times. So it sounds like a lot of people are starting to get a little bit of buffering. We'll go just a few more minutes and see if that clears up, or see if that's going to become a real problem at about 25 minutes. Ron says it's still clear there. So you can go north or south. You can go to Dallas or you can go to Canada and we'll be okay. Need to check on the wife and kids. Kettle Valley Railway Modeler in N. This is Ron Gibson. 3 decks. Buffering now when you asked. See, I shouldn't have said anything. If I just let it go, it would have been okay. What is your Sparky's asking, what is my favorite build on my layout? That's tough because I enjoy several of my builds. You know, that Holt Hotel build that I did last fall, and I did a series of videos on that. That was a lot of fun. That was a major kit bash. I have a what am I trying to say? The yard office and tower for North Yard was one of my very earliest scratch builds, and that one was a lot of fun. Also, this bridge that you see right here, the closest one, there's actually 2 bridges there side by side, but this one here, that was actually, it was technically a kit, but it was one of these kits that literally gives you a bunch of scratch building material and instructions. It's a scratch build project with everything included, and that was a lot of fun. That was an fairly early build for me as well, and that was a lot of fun. It's hard for me to narrow that down to just one, but those are probably 3. Those are probably my top 3 that I can think of off the top of my head, Sparky. Picture quality fading and buffering. It's not what I want to hear, but I guess it is what it is. Picture's not as sharp now, so starting to pixelate. Well, we may have to keep that in mind whenever I do my live stream. I may find out that 30 minutes may be what I really get. So I better put a lot into that first 30 minutes, hadn't I? I'm going to let it go for about 5 more minutes just to see if it gets better or worse. So those of you all who can hang with me, one of the negative things. Oh yes, never mind. That was not true. I wish I had been paying attention. This camera streaming function in YouTube works a little differently than the regular live streaming does, and things are in different places. And I started to say it doesn't tell me how many people are in the stream, but it does. I just realized it's up in the top right corner rather than in the bottom. So I don't know how many I've had as I've gone through. I've got about 31 in the stream right now, which is great, especially considering this was completely unannounced and just a test. But I hadn't been paying attention to how many I've had as I've gone through. But I appreciate y'all jumping in, and that's like I said, it's a big help to me just to know what kind of quality I'm getting in video and sound and how it is holding up as I go forward. Because this also doesn't give me a little signal that tells me what my stream quality is. The regular streaming service for YouTube, if you've not done it before, it has a little light that gives you a green light when you've got a good strong signal, a yellow light if it's getting a little iffy, and then red if your signal quality is degrading. But the camera streaming service doesn't do that. So I have no clue. I'm looking at myself in the screen, and I think I look fantastic. But that doesn't give me any idea of what anybody else is seeing. Corey, KRP Models, been good for me the whole time. Corey, you're in California, is that right? Trying to remember. Roland says I was up to 46 at one time. John says I was up to 47. Corey, yes, I thought that was right. California. So, okay, so Dallas, California, and Canada, those are the places to be if you're going to be on my live stream. I'm just being silly. Had 42 halfway through. It looks like the largest number I see somebody saw was about 47. So that's great, considering, again, this was completely impromptu and there was no notice whatsoever. By the way, I don't know if any of y'all noticed, when I hit 10,000 subscribers, one of the coolest things about that is I got the community tab in YouTube, which is something I have been wanting for as long as it's been out. And you've got to have 10,000 subscribers to get it as of right now. I think eventually they're going to roll that out to everybody, but right now they're testing with people that have 10,000 subscribers or more. So I got that, got the community tab immediately. I mean, it showed up within minutes. And so that allows me to notify people, especially like the live stream. So I will send out a message on the community tab on Monday just to remind people that the live stream will be coming up and what time it'll be coming up. And that's just cool to be able to do. I'll also post something on my Ron's Trains and Things, my my Facebook profile, and also the Facebook site for Ron's Trains and Things. I'll put reminders on there as well. It's a great tab, Ron. I was part of the test with that. Oh, cool, Sparky. Yeah, I really like it. The nice thing about it is I was worried when the community tab first came out that people would overuse it and people would ignore it. But at least the people that I subscribe to that have it really don't seem to overuse it. I get some notifications of people posting on the community tab from time to time. Usually it's either an important channel announcement that somebody who follows the channel would want to know, or it's an announcement of an upcoming event like a live stream. And once in a while, you'll get a survey where somebody's trying to collect some information as they're preparing a video. And those are great, but I don't get, it's not like I get, 100. I think people are using it pretty responsibly, and I'm excited to have it. Sparky says, overuse it. I keep forgetting to use it. Well, I don't think I'll forget to use it. It's possible. Anything is possible. Still good in, is that Connecticut? I do Fremo modules in HL. That's cool. I think in a lot of ways, modules have been an up and coming and growing thing for as long as I've been in model railroading. But but in some ways, I think modules are kind of the future of the hobby. You more and more have people who are living in cities, and so they're living in smaller and smaller spaces. People who live in an apartment can build a module or a few modules. They can get involved in clubs, and they don't have to have a large permanent space to build a permanent layout. They can come and put modules together and operate together and then take them home. There's a lot to be said for module model railroading. Just hope my junior high English class let me join on Tuesday morning for the official Kevin night. Oh, man. So, all right. Don't get in trouble with your administration watching my live stream while you're at work, okay? But, Kevin, I got to tell you this. Kevin Knight, I know you're an English teacher. My wife is a high school English teacher. And when I first started my channel about a year and a half ago, my older son was a senior in high school, and we're in a small town, so it's a small school, and kids just pretty of the fact that, you know, his dad had this YouTube channel and it was growing. And so some of my wife's classes, especially if they had friends of my son in them, would beg her if they got a minute at the end of a class to watch my latest video. And so she would put it on the smart board and show my Ron's Trains and Things videos in some of her class. Several of my earliest subscribers were students of hers at our school. So that's fun. Oops, where did you go? Are you still talking? That's not a comforting question. Yes, I'm still talking. You found the video on photo to building a did you find it? Are you saying that you found it, the video? That's MHB. Yeah, some of these initials, I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to pronounce those or not. MHBPODNK. You told me your name earlier this afternoon. Was it Matt? Was that right? I'm trying to remember. And I know you were looking for information on using photos to build. Yes, call me Matt. Okay. So are you saying that you found the video, Matt? Sparky says I'm buffering more and more. I'm 37.5 minutes and the buffering's getting worse. Okay, you found the video. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I hope that was helpful. That was one of the earlier videos that I did, and that was a trick that I know was really helpful to me, so I wanted to share it with people because I thought a lot of people would maybe find that helpful. My students know about the train, so that should be cool. All right, that's good. Well, I'm at 38 minutes, and it sounds like maybe the stream is starting to degrade just a little bit. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it quits on this. I think I got a pretty good idea. On Monday night, I'm going to do my best to go an hour. But I'm also going to try to move fast with what I'm planning, and then responses and questions. And that way, hopefully we can get some real quality, you know, in the first 30 minutes. And if it starts to buffer and fall apart, then we'll call it quits. The one thing I don't want to do, which I may be doing right now, and that is just waste people's time trying to watch something that's just chopped up and buffering and no good. So, you know, I don't want to do that. So those of you all who are in here now, if you're in the stream on Monday night and it really starts to buffer and fall apart, please let me know in the chat. Because I want to do a good live stream, but I also want to have a quality video from it for replay. And if it's, you know, choppy and buffering, that won't make a good video either. So, okay. Don't go too fast, Ron. Keep it a natural. I get excited and I get going. You ever watch Nick Nimmin? I kind of get like Nick. I get on a roll and I forget sometimes to breathe. So Monday night at what time? Okay. A little reminder. I'm going to be going at 8 o'clock Central Time. So that'll be 9 o'clock Eastern. That'll be 6 o'clock on the West Coast. And then the rest of y'all have to translate from there. I believe, because we're on daylight savings time here in the U.S., so I believe that is GMT minus 5 hours, if that helps those of y'all who are in Australia or Sweden or wherever else you might be, if you happen to be in tonight. 8 o'clock Central Time. So since tonight's a Saturday afternoon, I'm going to paint some SD9s for my short line. That sounds like fun, Kevin. Let us know how that goes. All right, I'm going to jump off of here. Thanks, y'all, for jumping on. Thanks for your input and helping me test this out. I feel a lot better about this now than I did this afternoon. So I will see you soon. I'll see you on Monday evening. We'll have that video for the contest tomorrow. Have a new model railroading video Tuesday morning, and be sure and join us for YouTube Model Builders, that live show with Big Bill on Tuesday evening. I think that'll be pretty good too, and I look forward to seeing you then.